Gaining even a slight edge on the ATP World Tour can be the difference between victory and defeat. That's why Steve Johnson decided to overhaul his diet in the off-season, leading the American to shed over 15 pounds in 2 short months.
When I first saw him, I didn't recognize him. I was like, hey, where's the guy that used to look like you? I did a double take, but he really worked hard in the off-season, very regimented, 2,000 calories a day. He looks great. He's as fit as he's ever been. He's as fast as he's ever been.
You know, it's just being very disciplined about what you eat, when you eat it, you know, how much and whatnot. And, you know, just for my body type, it's just certain things I've got to cut out completely and certain things I've got to cut out at certain times of the day. You know, I'm not, you know, crazy over the top, but, you know, I'm just being very conscious about how much I need to eat after I play longer matches and kind of how the energy levels feel. He had probably 15 pounds worth of extra weight, I thought, on him. He was super fit already, gym rat, loved running, loved lifting, loved playing. But our main focus was just changing his diet a little bit, kind of tweaking it because he's already putting in enough work. Cutting out excess stuff like cheese, you know, no more cheese anymore, you know, cutting back on the dairy just in general. The big thing was timing during the day too, having him not eat late at night if he can avoid it. You know, when we do treatment late at night, we'll do dinner first and then we'll do treatment after, so he at least has an hour and a half or so to digest, you know, before he goes to sleep. You know, just kind of little stuff like that.
While Johnson's diet and regimen are slightly more laid back now that he's in the midst of another season on the ATP World Tour, the American still notices a big difference in the way he feels on and off the court.
I feel it when I'm playing matches now or I'm practicing. You know, we have longer points, and I'm not kind of puffing and puffing as much. You know, I feel like my stamina, my movement on the court, I'm getting to balls to that I thought, you know, maybe I wouldn't get to before, and so it's different. And I don't necessarily see it as much as, you know, Craig sees it or Christian sees it. When they watch me play, they can, you know, said, oh, you know, like 8 months ago, you wouldn't have gotten that ball, or you wouldn't have found a way to win this point, or, you know, anything like that. You know, they see it a little bit more than I do because I'm just kind of in the heat of the battle. But it's been a great transition.
It helps his game a ton. He's just not getting tired on court anymore. Or when he does get winded during a long point, for the start of the next point, he's already ready to go. So even just losing that little bit of weight really makes a big difference.
He's, in my mind, certainly a top 20 caliber player. I wouldn't be surprised sometime in his career if he makes the top 10. He's got a lot of weapons. You know, his serve, his forehand. I think the best thing he does is he competes very well.
His self-confidence. When he walks on the court, he knows he can win. And there's a difference between thinking you can win and knowing that you can win. And he has that confidence in himself that's growing by leaps and bounds kind of every month, every year. And now that he's 20, top 30, there's no reason for him in his mind, well, let's get to the teens. And then after you get to the teens, let's get to top 10 and keep moving the bar up higher and higher and higher. It's fun to watch.
I know what it's like to be around 30. You know, I think I finished the top 35 or 40 the last 3 or 4 years. And now I want to finish in the top 30. I want to finish in the top 20. You know, I just want to keep getting better and better. And hopefully I have, you know, many, many more years in this sport and many more good years. And hopefully I can just keep getting better and better.
Next week on ATP World Tour Uncovered, magical Monaco. The Monte Carlo Rolex Masters is in the spotlight. And back to his best, we speak to a resurgent Jo-Wilfried Tsonga. Don't forget to log on to atpworldtour.com and chat with us on the ATP's official social network, MyATP, now on Vixlet, and on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. See you next week.